Hey everybody, it's Brad.
And I'm Christa.
From the Big Family Homestead, and we've got a very interesting, kind of unusual video for you today. Yeah. Our daughter Grace had a swallow study done.
Yep.
So, check this out. Okay, for those of you who don't know our daughter Grace, this is Grace.
Hey.
And yes, she really is that spunky, sparky,
all that
go,
yep.
sassy. And she was born with cerebral palsy and has loads and loads of medical issues, challenges, but I'll tell you what, she's one tough cookie.
She really is.
She's one tough cookie, and one of the challenges that we have recently been faced with is a bunch of surgeries that she's gonna have to go through. But before they schedule all these surgeries, they have to do a bunch of tests.
Yeah, there's loads of tests. I mean, you can see here, the front of this book is just loaded with just stuff that started in September all the way through the end of January, and it's evaluations and
lots and lots of stuff.
There's too many to count.
And well, she had a test done that was a really interesting one, and it was a swallow study. See, when she was born, she was 1 pound and 15 ounces, and they intubated her, so she had a tube going down her throat to help feed and all that kind of stuff.
Help her breathe.
Yeah, but it made her roof of her mouth misshapen.
It also gave her what's called a submucosal cleft. That muscle that closes off your throat and your esophagus so that you swallow. It was not right.
It couldn't seal properly.
It was not flat like it's supposed to be. It was like this. So she couldn't swallow properly.
And when she would try to swallow, she would aspirate the food and get pneumonia.
Right.
And she's had pneumonia, oh my gosh.
There's too many.
At least 10 times.
No, it's way more than that.
So the study that they just did, we're going to show you a video of it. It's super cool, but Mama, tell them about it.
Well, it is really neat. They mix a solution of barium with some food that she can swallow, or water, like a barium solution that she would swallow. And the barium is picked up on a video x-ray. And this x-ray...
in real time.
Yeah, it's real time. It is the coolest thing ever. It shows you which way the barium solution is going. If it's going through her vocal cords into her lungs, or if it's going down her esophagus to her stomach, her trachea. That's the other word. I can't think of it. So we don't want it to go down her trachea. We want it to go down her esophagus. Excuse me. So she did really, really well on this study. She did have some of the solution go to her vocal cords, but it did not go down into her trachea, to her lungs. So she did really, really well for a child who has not eaten for 6 years. And so we were really excited about it.
Yeah, and so this is just super cool for her because it means that they're going to most likely start scheduling these surgeries that will literally rebuild her face.
Right.
And then she can start to do things like, have cheeseburgers and whatnot.
Right. We have to.
I mean, can you imagine that? Not having cheeseburgers?
Right. Well, in that whole process, we have to go through a lot of voice therapy to build up her voice. We have to go through feeding therapy because the doctors want her to have be able to eat her full calorie intake before they even start the surgeries, which honestly does not make any sense to me whatsoever.
I'm glad there are people that are smarter than us. Let's just say that.
It just seems so backwards. You know, okay, let's teach her to eat now, and then let's change everything, and then teach her how to eat again.
I don't claim to know all the whys.
It doesn't make sense to me.
But I'll tell you what.
That too.
I'll tell you what though, that hats off to these doctors and all the people that work at All Children's, because they make miracles every day.
Yeah. They save babies every day.
It's amazing what they can do, and so we're extremely grateful to them.
Yeah.
And so anyway, we just kind of wanted to share this with you because there's a lot of you who've been praying for Grace, and we are super grateful. And please don't stop, because I think the next big challenge that's come up is a sleep study.
Yep, that's coming up, and we want to check to make sure she's not having any apnea issues and that she's breathing properly while she's sleeping. So that's the next hurdle. That's a fun one.
And then after that, we'll meet with the team of doctors again. And hopefully, fingers crossed, they'll start scheduling these surgeries.
Yep.
Because
she's at the end of her growth, so they should be able to get her going on these surgeries. So, side note, this is a really awesome thing. Back in April, she had a surgery on her leg they put screws in her leg.
Oh, well, you gotta back up. Her legs are different heights.
She has one leg 1 inch longer than the other. Well, the doctor felt that if that continued, that would cause some severe arthritis and back issues. She could get scoliosis in her back, severe arthritis in her hips. So we put the doctor put screws in her knee.
I got out the old drill and no.
He put screws in her growth plate to stop the growth. Well, 6 months later, we had an appointment just recently.
A couple days ago, yeah.
And the leg length discrepancy on her legs is 1/2 inch. Her right leg has grown 1/2 inch in the last 6 or 7 months. So we're super excited that it's working.
Well, and she's fearless. She's out there in the yard running and playing just like everybody else. It's kind of nerve-wracking when you see her climb up a tree, but it's like we gotta let her do stuff just like everybody else, because she pushes herself and it's great. She's one tough little cookie.
Yes, she is.
And that's kind of it for the day, guys. We just wanted to share that with you because we know there's a lot of you praying, and we're very grateful.
Yep.
And so,
prayers are working. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So, anyway, you guys have an amazing day. Bye-bye.
Bye.